What's up? What's good? And welcome back to The Wiretap, the show that hands out million-dollar advice absolutely free. While everybody else is chasing clout, we're out here giving you the blueprint. Week 9 is madness. Injuries everywhere, buys hitting like a hurricane, and panic all over your group chat. But not here, because this is where we turn chaos into leverage. Let's lock in. You're tuned in to the Drip Analyst, and this is The Wiretap. Four teams on bye this week. Elite talent on the shelf and fantasy lineups hurting. The best rosters survive this part of the season, the rest get exposed. Quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson plays Thursday. J.J. McCarthy has to go with Wentz done for the year. Brock Purdy is trending toward playing. Keep your eye on reports. Wide receivers. Puka Nacua hopeful. Jacoby Myers stuck between hurt and trade drama. Ricky Pearsall trending up, Ridley out. Targets wide open in Nashville. Kirk and Collins banged up in Houston. Running backs. Cam Scatabo. Compound fracture and ankle dislocation. Surgery successful, but season done. Saquon Barkley avoided major damage and gets the bye to heal. Judkins benefits from the week off to rest that shoulder. Tucker Kraft just posted 131 yards after catch in Week 8. Third most by a tight end since 2016. That's the kind of bounce we need rolling into Week 9. All right, the injury report's heavy. Let's lift the energy. It's time for Who Am I? I run a 67% route participation rate. I see a 13% target share. I'm top 10 in red zone targets and top 10 in end zone looks. Who am I? Hollywood Brown, Stephon Diggs, Xavier Legette. The answer, Xavier Legette. Back from injury and immediately making noise for Carolina in the red zone. That's where fantasy paydays live. Those aren't empty routes. That's money work. And that's why we track usage, not just box scores. James Cook just went 216 yards and 2 touchdowns on 19 carries. Only Bo Jackson, Bobby Mitchell, and Derrick Henry ever did that. That's efficiency at its finest. Let's find our next efficient play. The running backs. The ground game report. Tyrone Tracy Jr. top priority, volume meets trust. Tre Benson back healthy. Cardinals cut Michael Carter, the path's wide open. Dylan Sampson, Isaiah Davis, Tyjae Spears. Deep depth plays. Isaiah Davis is the reward for patience. Stash turning to profit. Need a body now? Kyle Monangai and Bam Knight can keep you alive through Bye-Mageddon. Brashard Smith, period. Emmanuel Wilson, period. Devin Neal. Stash crew. Wilson's touch is climbing. Neal is RB2 in New Orleans. Drake Mays hit 7 straight games with 200-plus yards and a 100-plus rating. Only Marino and Mahomes did that under 23, and it got both of them an Associated Press MVP. Consistency creates champions. Let's see who's next up at wide receiver. Kaishawn Bout. We've been early on him. The breakout's coming. Troy Franklin. Rookie rhythm looking real. Chimere Dyke. Quiet production, steady snap share. Trey Tucker. Watch the Jacoby Myers trade talk. If he moves, Tucker is Vegas's WR1. Alec Pierce. Matchup flyer. Christian Watson. Back from ACL and already sparking the Packers offense. Mac Hollins. Deep league stopgap if you just need a body. Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins. Next up if Houston stays hurt. Stay ahead of the wave. That's how you win waivers. Lockdown lineups. Rams versus Saints. Rattler under center and the Saints center out for the year. That's a feeding frenzy for LA Lions versus Vikings. Rookie quarterback coming off injury. Detroit bringing heat. Seahawks at Washington. The Commanders still can't protect. Seattle feasts. Jaguars at Raiders. Jacksonville finding swagger while Vegas implodes. Red Zone royalty. Harold Fannin Jr. The headline ad, Red Zone magnet, Mason Taylor, arrow up through the bye storm. Juwan Johnson, veteran floor. Theo Johnson, deep stash for patience players. That's what's up, final stat. Travis Kelce just became the 5th tight end ever to hit 80 career touchdowns. The other 4, Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, Rob Gronkowski, and Jimmy Graham. That's Mount Rushmore stuff. These are the guys we told you weeks ago to grab. Flacco, Franklin, Boot, Spears, Davis, Fannin, and Taylor. If you listened, your roster's fine while everyone else panics. This is why we say it every week. Facts over flash. That's your wiretap week 9. Injuries, buys, madness, we turn it into leverage. But we're not guessing, we're guiding. $1 million intel for free, because this is for the people who grind the waiver wire harder than anyone. Keep your roster clean, keep your FAAB mean, and remember, in fantasy football and in life, timing is everything. I'm the Drip Analyst, and this is the Wiretap, and where we don't follow the news, we are the news.